Welcome to Daddy Cool Gaming, where we play our favorite role-playing games for your viewing pleasure. And we have a hilarious and exciting one for you today. So before we start, I have to reiterate that this story is entirely fictional. It is not real. And the purpose of this story is for us to have fun. As you can see, today's combatants are the two eternal rivals, the Tagalogs and the Bisayas. So before we start, we gotta give the story some context. So sometime in the mid-21st century, war ravaged the entire country of the Philippines. And from the horrors of war, two races escaped. The Tagalogs, represented by the red shield, and the Bisayas with the blue shield. So while both races settled in this new world, they each have territorial advantages and disadvantages. But to keep things fair, at the start, they will each have 20 people. So now's a good time as any to actually start this battle. Zooming into Tagalog territory, you will see that the Tagalogs are mostly congregating around this bonfire, but they're slowly branching out to cut several trees. And the Bisayas don't have the fire going. But what they do have looks like it's a busy schedule, going around exploring their new land. There you go. Fire has now started burning in the Visayan territory. So let's take a look at this land that both races are inhabiting. So as you can see, it's a very large island. The Tagalogs have room to expand their territory to the south, to the west, to the north. While the Bisayas, while they have a bigger land area in the immediate vicinity, they can actually expand to the north, because the southern area, I think, will become a battleground later on as both races expand on this territory. In the middle of both the Tagalogs and the Bisayas is this mountain to keep them from meeting each other too early in the fight. So as you can see, the Tagalogs and the Bisayas are both expanding their territory now. The red border signifies the territory of each race. And they have now grown from 20 people to 23 and 24 respectively. So let's see what's going to happen. But Tagalogs, I think they have three shelters now. 4 shelters being built. And the Bisayas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 6. A little bit more. So let's watch and see what happens. The Tagalogs now leading by 4 people, but the Visayans are catching up rather quickly. Right now it's neck and neck growth. Let's see what's gonna happen. The Visayas have a windmill of sorts.
No.
Let's see where both races are gonna expand into. On the face of it, it looks like the Tagalogs are making better use of the territory. Oh, and I think the Tagalogs have expanded to this area right across the original settlement. Are the Visayans doing the same thing? No, I don't think so. Relatively keeping within the borders of their territory. The Visayans now have 38 people compared to the Tagalogs 31. But a huge jump by the Tagalogs have given them 38 to tie the Visayas. Let's leave the two races to grow in the next few minutes. Catch up with their progress in a bit.
No. Dabada. Ah, am. Balan am na. Over. Balat am. Taka. No. Balat am. Taka.
So checking right back in, it appears that Tagalog territory is much bigger. However, the Visayas have more people. Wow, the Visayans have a whole city, small city vibe going for them. Well, the Tagalogs are expanding to shipbuilding. Oh my gosh, look at that. They have ships and transports going around their territory. And the Tagalogs are expanding to the north. The Visayans seem to be sticking to the core area from whence they started from. Oh, what's this?
Help.
Amazing. Now it looks like the Visayas are expanding to the east. They're building some sort of structure. Oh, it looks like a hall. What is this? Looks like a town hall or of some sort. But Tagalogs don't have that yet. But what they do have are ships. Shipbuilding capabilities. I don't think these two peoples have met yet in this game. The mountain doing its job keeping them apart to develop separately and consolidate their powers and their societies before they eventually meet. And that's when the first clashes should start.
Help. Bala. Taka. Amna. Taka.
So it looks like the Tagalogs definitely have branched out to shipbuilding. They've become a seafaring nation. So you can see there's a boat ferrying goods up and down the coast. But the Visayas have become a mining people. Which is funny because Cebu in reality is an island and shipbuilding should have been more their thing. But now they're actually mining. Let's take a look at the villages that have been created. Oh, okay. So this is how we view the Tagalogs have two cities, New Manila and Dashdorf, while the Bisayas still have New Cebu. Only New Cebu. So I guess as we play this game, more and more cities will sprout all over this map. But let's take a look at this new city. Okay, so it's very minimal. I guess it starts off with the fenced area, which I guess is where the town hall will be. At the same time, the bonfire signifies the official start of that city. So mechanics wise, this is how the game works. Taking a look at the Tagalogs. They have boats going up and down their territory. And their territory is now encroaching the bottom half of this mountain. So they're expanding rather rapidly. The Bisayas are still within their core. So I think there are advantages in real life to having everyone within your core, in that the focus of the entire society is in one area. Versus here in the Tagalogs, they are expanding rapidly, which might leave territory open to invasion later on. So let's see. Take a look at what happens later. While their territories are vastly different, populations are now equal at 73 apiece. Let's take a look. Oh my, and the Tagalogs are making good use of their expansion plans, really starting to build their way up and down the map. I think the Visayans have their second city. I can't even pronounce it. Corinth. Sounds Welsh. Okay, let's go back to the kingdom view. Things are happening a lot more rapidly now for both sides. Wait, what's happening here in the lower right? Nothing yet. Just animals occupying that island. The Tagalogs have now expanded their territory to the area around the coasts of their core base, New Manila. The Visayans look like they're consolidating, connecting both cities. If you remember earlier, the new city was entirely outside of the core of New Cebu, but now they seem to be connected. And I think it's just a matter of time before these two people meet. As you can see, several Tagalogs are approaching the territory of the Cebuano, of the Bisayans. I think they have met. They're encountering each other for the first time since the War of the Philippines.
Berat. Dapat ka naman. Tahu berat. Namna.
Look at this map. Oh my, look at that. The Tagalogs are rapidly expanding to the north. But the Bisayans have thickness to their territory. And the new city doesn't seem to have much people living in it, but the core of the Visayans looks solid. While the Tagalogs have a strong core in New Manila, but everywhere else, it's sparsely populated. So as of the 25th year since we started, it looks like the Visayas are really expanding to the area underneath the mountain that has kept these two cultures separated. Their core still looks solid, and their mind still exists. The Tagalog core looks solid, and I think they have more windmills going for them. They also have a mine now to the north of the mountain. Ship-wise, the Tagalogs have 3 ships going around the coast. Oh, now the territories are defined south of the mountain. So this area could very well be the flashpoint for the first conflict between these two people. There is still a huge area here underneath. So let's see who occupies this area first. If the Visayans expand southwards, or if the Tagalogs send settlers across the strait to occupy this area. Okay, we have an in-game achievement. Population-wise, the Visayans currently outnumber the Tagalogs by over 20 people. It seems the Visayans are now expanded into shipbuilding as well. I think they have their first boat in this game. People-wise, they outnumber the Tagalogs by over 30, nearly 40. The border is staying relatively quiet. But the Visayans have more houses near the border as compared to the Tagalogs. And the core of the New Cebu looks very solid. Look at this. They even have a farm in the middle where they're harvesting. They have a mine. And of course, a ship. But the Tagalogs, their territory is impressive. Although it doesn't seem to be populated as much. What are they building here? Oh, what's this? What is this?
Oba.
Looks like a temple of some sorts. Or is that a statue? It looks like the Visayans have expanded to this new area to the north, building their first settlement. They really have maximized the border area. There's an entire village over here versus the one house, the one settlement of the Tagalogs. And it looks like the Tagalogs are building another shipyard. They want to dominate the sea as they have the Western Sea. What a huge difference a few minutes make. Because right now, from an outside perspective, the Visayans look like they're expanding their territory at a much faster rate than the Tagalogs are. They're taking more and more of the northern area while keeping the core of New Cebu strong. And the border area is looking very stable as well. Meanwhile, the new docks of the Tagalogs have been completed. And it looks like expansion has stalled for the moment.
Amba.
So I think now is as good a time as any to pause this video, as you can see we spent the last half an hour expanding and consolidating the societies of both sides. No battles have been fought yet, but the map looks very exciting, with the Tagalogs expanding to the west as we speak. A very big difference from where we started. So let's pause this for now and stay tuned for part 2, where we will see where this rivalry will take us. While it's looking seemingly peaceful right now, with both societies coexisting, we know that can change at any moment.